In this video, we're going to look at the Pythagorean Theorem, very basic concept in geometry. We'll be looking also at, in other videos, we'll look at problems involving similar triangles, congruent triangles. But this one comes up quite a bit in basic math and even more advanced mathematics. So here you're given the legs or two sides of the right triangle, and you're supposed to find the third side or the hypotenuse. You can stop the video. They're very basic, see if you can do them, and then I'll come back. Okay, just a little review here. Now we know that in a right triangle we have one 90-degree angle and two acute angles. Sides A and B here are the legs of the triangle. Side C is the hypotenuse, and that's always opposite the 90-degree angle, so that's your longest side, because all the other angles are smaller than 90 degrees. So they have a hypotenuse is always the longest side, and the formula that they give you is that the square of the hypotenuse is always the sum of the squares of the other two sides. Very basic concept in geometry, and so like I said, it comes up sometimes in more advanced mathematics. So let's look at the problems then. We want to find C, or the hypotenuse, given the legs of the other two sides. So we know that C squared is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. So that would be 5 squared is 25, plus the other leg squared. 12 squared is 144. Add these up, and we get 169. So that tells me that C, then, or the hypotenuse, has to be the square root of 169, which is 13. And these all come to, these are all going to be perfect squares, so there's no approximate answer here. You can use your calculator if there is, but this one comes out to, for the first one, 13 units. It could be in feet, inches, whatever, but in this case there's no units given, so we just say 13 or 13 units. For the next one, the two sides or the legs are given to be 6 and 8, so we know that C squared, the square of the hypotenuse, is always the sum of the squares of the other two sides, or the square of the legs. This is 36. 6 squared is 36, 8 squared is 64. (36) and 64 is 100. And the square root of that then will give you C, which is 10 units. So the hypotenuse here is 10. It's equal to 10. And then the third one, we're given the legs to be 7 and 24. So C squared is equal to the sum of the squares. So 7 squared is 49. Plus, and we have 24 squared is 576. Add these up, and we get 625. Take the square root of that, you get 25. Hypotenuse for this one is 25 units. So very basic ideas here. We'll have a few more videos on geometry, of course, algebra, trig, and you have suggestions for other videos. I appreciate you putting those on the description. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.